Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. I'm Inga. This reading is called You're Dead to Me. So why can't I let go? What am I still holding on to? You could have broken up a month ago, a week ago, a year ago, or even years ago, but you still have somehow some unfinished business with a person who you no longer want in your life, but you can't forget about some of the events or things that happen. I feel like this is more of a reading for people who had like an information blackout. Things kind of ended abruptly, you didn't have details, or there were things left unsaid. So let's go ahead and leave it there. If you guys enjoy the reading, hit the thumbs up button, and thanks for joining. Take care. Bye bye. This is for Leo. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for if you are the Leo and the other person is dead to you, you do not want them in your life anymore. You really want to be away from them, but you still keep coming back to them and thinking about them for whatever reason, or this could be towards the Leo that you feel this way. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The karmic background core issue, we're starting off with this is Helen Farwell coming and going. I feel like this is someone who followed another person and then you go your own separate ways. But one person is a trailblazer, one person is leading the way, the other person is following. So sorry guys, I have to take a little bit of a break. So this is one person who is following behind another person, one person leading the way and being a trailblazer, and the other person doing more of the following, but then finally you are separating and going your own separate ways. Was a type of a dependency here, one person feeling a bit inadequate, not to judge, but one person feeling like they're not sure about what they want to do, they're not sure about what they can do, and being rather dependent on the other emotionally, and it could even be financially, feeling like you're stronger in a pair, like you're stronger together than alone. Now, somebody breaks away from this. They break away from this and they decide, I'm going to do my own thing and I'm going to go my own separate ways. So I just have to give this a quick shuffle. You see, I did my goodness, I did put my sage back out here because I moved away from the cards for a second. So I just want to burn this for a second, guys. Sorry for the delay. And I had shuffled, but I just will give it a quick one again. So that's the core karmic background issue. What's happened, the past feelings and attitudes. On your side, we have Major Arcana, the Devil. And on their side, we have Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. This was really love and hate relationship. This was a love and hate dynamic. That's really at the this is really at the core of this somehow now. You need that person, but you can't stand them. But then you like them, but you just, and then you don't like them. It's like it just doesn't work. It can't work. Love, hate. There's something like that going on here. And one person feeling like the other one didn't back them up or doesn't back them up enough. Like you could be better in a pair if you could just have seen things my way. We could have been really good together if you would have just done A, B, C, D, E like this. But it wasn't the case. It just wasn't. You came together for a time for a reason, but it was meant to break down, or things were meant to be resolved. And the longer you try to keep it going, or the longer you try to keep it together, with Major Arcana, the Devil, and Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, the more problematic it will be, because you each had to go your own separate ways to find your own fate and your own destiny. To find your own way, you had to go separate. The longer you were together, the more time you lose in or lost in the potential of your lives. That's for each of you. So let me give you an example. You're together, you're trying to drive that relationship, and then you miss out on some other opportunity. It could have been another relationship, a job, I don't know. It could even be, this is a weird example, like you're spending that time fighting with that person, And if you would have walked out of the house and down the street, you would have bumped into somebody or found, I don't know, like $150,000 on the ground. But you never saw that because it never happened. So what's the point? That you needed to stop this so that you could find your life, you could find your destiny. This was what happened, the past feelings and attitudes. So the actions that finally caused the break, we have the Page of Wands on your side, and on their side we have Major Arcana, Judgment. So yeah, it's really something like that. One person wants to break away and they want to be free. The other person is trying to keep them there. And when it didn't work, one person is very aggressive and acting out, calling people names or whatever. I don't know. It just seems like that. Like one person is almost very childish in how they respond. And that could be also what you're feeling a bit of, hectic about. Like you're thinking back, I can't believe I said that, or I can't believe I did that. What you may not know, on your side, we have 10 of Cups. On their side, what they may not know, we have the Knight of Wands now. So they're getting on with their life. They want it always to be free to pursue things, whatever it was. Doesn't matter if it's a person, place, or thing. Doesn't matter. It's just a now. They want it now. They wanted to pursue something alone on their own. And this could be the Leo towards the other person, or the other person towards Leo. Somebody wants to do something on their own. They finally break away, regardless of the fight or argumentation. If someone is feeling bad about what they said, it feels like more what they said than did. Got a little satisfaction out of it, especially if they vent it with the Nine of Cups. But then later they're just feeling regret because they feel maybe a bit embarrassed, or like they didn't show the best side of themselves. And if I have a chance to show you how much I've matured, or how much I've grown up, or how much better I am than before. So it's like the other person now wants to show how much they've evolved and grown. And this could be what's bothering you. This could be what's at the back of this, because you could have found some success and now you want to prove that you're better, or that you're doing better, or that you weren't like that, what you showed them. It's really complicated. It's for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What could have changed the situation? We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Four of Swords. So this was giving them time to pursue and do what they wanted to do anyway in their life, just being patient. I don't know if that was really the right thing to do, but they just needed to go off on their own and do something, even if they would come back or show up in a different way in your life, in a different dynamic as a friend. I don't know. And then on your side, it could have been just maturity, going from the Page of Wands to the Queen of Cups. This is someone who's maturing, or really saying what they wanted and being very honest about their intentions and what they wanted. Even if they would say that I'm very hurt that you didn't want me, or I'm very hurt that you didn't want the relationship, or I'm very hurt that you didn't want to make this business with me. It's really showing your vulnerability here with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Swords. What am I saying? Not the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Cups. So where this is all headed in the final advice, on your side we have I said the Nine of Swords, but now we have the Eight of Swords. And on their side we have the King of Cups. My goodness. So I don't know what this is saying here for the final advice, or where this is headed. It could be with this Eight of Swords that you just try your best, especially if this person is still around, or you still can see what this person is doing, either on social media or whatever, is for you to try to turn a blind eye to it and not look, because a person may be really moving on with their life, or moving on with a relationship, or moving to even a different location, and you may have a tendency with this hell and farewell karmic energy. They feel like you want to follow behind them again because this has been a habit in some way, or this could be towards you. So it's either the Leo towards the other person or the other person towards the Leo. But it's like you should try not to look and see what they're doing, because maybe that's what's bothering you, that you see that they're moving on, and possibly moving away, and you feel left behind with this Eight of Swords. And it's probably better for you not to just look and to keep trying to do your own thing, because the more you try to see what they're doing, the worse you're going to feel about yourself. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pull 2 more for this because I want to see finally a final advice element to this. We have Major Arcana, the Emperor on your side, and on their side we have Major Arcana, the Tower. What if we are waiting in that? I'm going to pull 1 more, the Good Tarot. So the final advice, my goodness. Maybe where they would be going, or maybe where especially if you guys have been through a lot together, a lot of journeys together, or projects, whatever. Where they're going now, to me, wouldn't be somewhere you want to go anyway. So it's probably better for you to take command of your life and situation and make your stand where you are. Make this your front where you already are, versus trying to move away and leave and go somewhere else or follow behind them. Even if the King of Cups, they make that offer to you, like, oh, hey, you can come, we can be friends, we can do this together, we can have this business together, we can move here together. Because now they're also used to you being there, even though they may have told you that they don't want you there. I feel like they have some dependency issues there now too. And where they will be going with the Major Arcana, the Tower, you probably don't want to go, because even if you've made it so far, coming out a little bit on top or even surviving, that it may not go that way in the future. It's probably time with Major Arcana, the Emperor, to take a stand and to make a life where you currently are, versus trying to move and relocate or move to something different. I feel like it's time for you to make a stop, to at least temporarily, and not follow anybody. So the final advice on your side, and we're just going to pull 1 more, the final advice for you on how you can let go of all of this, let them finally be dead to you. Not literally. We have the 6 of Water. This is like the 6 of Swords. What an odd energy, because it's saying like stay put, but then you have the 6 of Swords for the final outcome. And look how she's looking at herself and at what's happened. Also with the 4 of Swords, it might really be time just to think back over everything that happened and see the situation for what it was. Don't build, what am I saying? This is not the 6 of Swords. This is 6 of Cups, guys. I'm sorry. This is 6 of Cups. That's why I was getting a completely different message from the card. Take the time to reflect on everything that's happened and see that person for what they were, not for your idealized version of who and what they were and how your life was. Because somebody needs to recognize the reality of a situation with Major Arcana, the Emperor here, that, and also the Major Arcana, the Tower. Like, maybe they were more dependent on you than the impression that they gave, which ended up making you feel deficient, when in fact you were the backbone and the power behind the relationship and behind the bond. And now it's probably time for you to reflect and try to see what was, instead of building it up with these rose-colored glasses, or even with the 8 of Swords, not seeing the reality of the situation, what they were, and that maybe in the end they just were not the right person for you. We're going to go ahead and leave it there for Leo. You guys take care. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Bye-bye.